Hey traders, let's have a good look at silver and gold. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, let's have a good look at silver and gold. I did a video a while ago about obviously silver, and someone actually put a comment on my YouTube video just recently and said, "John, you're a faggot. You're treating silver and gold like it's a stock." And so I'm actually pretty shut up and down if you actually know me, and he was truly trying to put me down, and it's really interesting, guys. Like I had a comment. Just this morning, say, "John, you're a faggot. You're treating silver and gold like it's a stock and stuff like that." And it's like, a chart is a chart is a chart. Don't you get that? And it's really interesting, guys. As you put yourself out in the, as I do put myself out in the public, you really put yourself on the line sometimes. Like for example, a while ago, at the high, literally at the high, you guys can go see back in the archives. I didn't even know it was, actually, I didn't call the top. I just said, do not be buying, Bitcoin up here. And that seemed to be the top, and it pulled back and has never got to that top again. And everyone had a go at me. "John, you don't understand. It's supply, demand. It's not like this. It's not like that. It's not like this." And I got my head handed to me by comments. I had so many dislikes. I had so many people put me down. And the people who did buy Bitcoin there are still hoping and praying it's going to get back to that point there. Not that I'm saying I'm right all the time, because guess what, guys? I am not right all the time. I take some slaps around with this market, and guess what? I've been saying at the start of this year the market's going to crash. I don't know if the market's going to crash, so I'm not going to call a crash. I do see a sell-off coming, but hey, that's just my opinion. So I recently, and I tell you what, guys, if you guys are in the public at all, you really have to have some thick skin, and secondly, you really have to stand up for what you're about. And what you're going to tolerate. So that comment that I just had there, if you are watching this video, guys, I get to a point now where I'm not going to put up with any bullshit in my life. So people that have a go at me, I put them basically back in their place, and then I move on. So some people might find it interesting, but he just, that comment was just like, "John, you're a faggot and you don't know what you're talking about, and you're treating silver and gold like it's a stock chart." And I'm like, don't you guys get it? A chart is a chart is a chart. Once you know how to read the chart is telling you what's going on. What is so difficult about that? Just go back and look at the chart. Look at the peaks and troughs. That's all I say. It's like, but you're treating it like it's a stock chart. Yeah, the chart is telling you something. The chart is always telling you something. The chart is always telling you a story. Whether it's a futures chart, a silver chart, a gold chart, a stock chart, it's like, I'm a faggot because I'm teaching you how to read the charts, because it's how you read a stock chart, it's how you read a futures chart, it's how you read a Bitcoin chart, it's how you read any chart. Like, come on now. So eat a dick and die, bitch. So let's get straight into silver and gold. Silver and gold. So silver's obviously had a nice pullback. We are definitely had like a sort of a bottom here around the 1750 level. We've got the stochastic sort of oversold through there. Really interesting. Now, one thing I must say, guys, is we need some massive buying movement to get back above that 1750, probably $18 real quickly, or otherwise that is going to be resistance. So if the Chinese are being Chinese, and if the Chinese are going to buy this market, and we're going to hold this level through here, this 61.8 level, we need some buying activity real quick. Otherwise, this 18 to 1850 is going to be resistance, and we're probably going to start heading back down. So we need to, for you guys that are in silver and gold, we need some big buying movement quickly here to get back above that level. Otherwise, I think that we may be heading straight back down again. So, and again, yes, I still am in my silver position. But you know, I'll be getting out if it doesn't hold. So as you can see, this market's rallying up. Now I want to. This is the whole weekly chart. Let me bring up the monthly chart here, and I want to show you what I just did just there. I just did what I did just there, guys. Is I just drew the Fibonacci level from the absolute low to the absolute high point, and that absolute high point is obviously up through there. And you can see we just had this big run up. Now we've had a big pullback. And the reason why I'm not too worried about this pullback is because this overall monthly chart, if you have a look at, we're talking about the big picture, this overall monthly chart, you can see this major area of resistance through here. We've had so many areas. Let me bring up an arrow here. We've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 levels. There's 8 levels through here. We had a whole bunch of area resistance. We broke back up. So I actually still am expecting this. I am still expecting silver to hold here, even though we've had this pullback, right? Even though we've had this pullback, it's still okay. And that's the reason why, guys, I'm saying we need some buying activity. But when we look at the big monthly charts, we can see, hang on, this is just a nice pullback into a major area of support. Now, guys, as I said to you before, one thing that gives me confidence that this is going to hold is this white space through here. Hang on, let's just go here. Let's go green. So basically, you know, green. So basically this white space through here, that gives me the confidence, and we're going to rally back up. Now, it may not hold, guys. Again, we never know. That's the reason why we have to have our place, money management and so on and so forth in place. So we can actually see what's going on here with gold, with silver, right? And especially this silver, you can see the massive resistance through there. I see some support coming here soon. So that's what I do see there on silver, guys. I just think the market's having a nice pullback into an area of support, and I see in the next few months we're probably gonna see some nice moves to the high side. That's just what that's what the overall long-term charts are telling me. So let's go have a look at gold. So gold, same thing, guys. Had a really nice pullback through here. So fell off, came back through here. I actually learned something through here, guys, by the way. And I want to teach you that right now. And so, because I'm always learning. I'm always, okay, this market fell off. What did I miss there? One thing I noticed, guys, is that even though we're in a big bull market, you could see that if you look at this, this is the trough here. And this is a slight higher trough. So you look at the peaks and troughs. This is the latest trough here. And this was just a slight higher trough. Now, one thing I learned through here is that by looking at the peaks, you can see this is the peak. This is a slight lower peak, a slight lower peak, a slight lower peak. But you can see how deep that lower peak was. So, yes, we were actually heading down as well, too. We were actually causing these lower peaks, lower peaks, lower peaks, lower peaks. Like, again, guys, I'm teaching you what I've actually learned out of this. All right? And I learned that as these, if you're looking at the peaks and troughs and it's going sideways, and you're looking where's it likely to break out, if you've got a trough, or if you've got this trough, and then you just got a slight higher trough, but you got a peak, and then a major lower peak, so you can see that there is a major, this is just a slight higher peak, but this one here is a major lower peak, and you can see that that's actually, and then obviously, you know, if I bring up, let's just bring up a black here, you can see how this was actually squeezing into a triangle pattern through here. You say, okay, that is the triangle pattern, but which one is more deeper? Going deep, y'all! Going deep. So which one is more deeper? You know, or which one is more significant? So this one's just a slight higher, high trough. This one's you can really see it's a significant lower peak. So there's a lot more sellers. Can you see that there, right? We have a lot more sellers than buyers. This is one thing I've learned through here, guys. And that's why I'm saying, guys, whenever the market is moving, always go back and just say, what did I miss? What could I learn out of this? And that's how you become good at trading, right? You start to learn this. So I went back over the market. So okay, that's what I missed. I start seeing that. So now I know even when the market's going sideways, you can see that yes, we could have actually broken up. We could have broken out. But if you take everything off the screen and you say, okay, cool, let's just bring this back to basics. This here was just a slight higher trough, but this one here was a much deeper lower peak. Therefore, there's a lot more sellers than buyers. The buyers are just holding on here. The sellers are really taking control, and then we obviously start to move down through there. So that's the thing I learned there, guys, with actual the silver and gold chart. That's the thing I learned. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Whenever it's in the sideways market, look at those peaks and troughs and see which one's more significant. Are we getting like this one here? Are we getting a major lower peak and then just a slight little higher trough, or maybe even a close to a double bottom? If so, that means there's a lot more sellers, even in that sideways environment at that time. There's a lot more sellers than buyers. So really interesting what I saw there, guys. Just wanted to give you guys a bit of an update through there. So we can see that this move here, guys, this over a short-term move, it came back down. It's right at that 62% level on the weekly chart. So let's just see what happens through there. Let's go back to this monthly chart here, guys. Let's bring up this Fibonacci from low through to high. So this major low through to high. And once again, guys, you can see how that this market has just ran up and it's had a pullback. So we still could get even a pullback, guys, down to the 1200 mark, and for it to still be at a nice support level. So gold still may actually have more downside to come overall, but it doesn't mean that the bull is over. I think, guys, that this is the start of a massive bull run, right? A start of a massive bull run. And what makes me say that? Well, let me actually show you this, guys, on a monthly chart here, right? This is as simple as it gets, but this is the start of a massive bull run. Now, I'm not talking like this. I'm not talking today. This is a monthly chart. I'm talking over the next 12 months. We are likely to see major movements on the upside because obviously that's what we're seeing, right? But let me show you here. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So, for you guys that are interested in learning how to read charts and knowing that a chart is a chart is a chart, let me show you what I mean here. So you can see we had this sort of look at the peaks and troughs. So we had this peak. We had this lower peak, just make that a lower peak, a lower peak. You can see we had a lower peak through there, and now guess what? What do we have through here? What do we have? And as you can see, the market's going lower peak, lower peak. Now what is this? We've now made a major higher peak for this one here, and a major higher peak for this one here. Not only that, but you can see on this monthly chart, this long-term monthly chart. That's what I'm saying, guys, long-term buyers. That's why I've been long-term bullish on the metals. And that's why I have long-term options on the metals. Because I see a lot more upside. This long-term charts, guys, let's actually bring it back to this here. Let's bring it back to basics. Because, guys, once you learn how to read the charts, you can see what's going on overall. The charts are building pictures here. Long-term bullishness in the silver and gold. We may get a little bit more pullback, and we may even get a pullback down towards the low 1200s, maybe even just below 1200 through here. But if that does happen, guys, I believe that's all that's likely to happen. So you can see here, guys, right, look at this here. Look at this. So we had this, you can see we had this whole level through here was a major level of support. So we had this major level of support through here, and we have a major level of support through here. So, and you can see how, like, again, guys, this is a monthly chart. This is going back since 2013. What do we have through here, guys? What do we have? We have one major support, two major support, three major support, four major support and resistance, and 5 through here. This is a monthly charts, guys. And we broke back up, and now we're heading back down through there. So even if we get a little bit more sell-off down even to the 1200 mark, to even like down to maybe even a flush down to like the 1150 mark, guys, even if that does happen, again, no one knows what's going to happen. But if you're looking at the macro trend through here, this is what's giving me the confidence, guys, to stay in for a long-term trade on silver, because it has the very same setup. It's breaking through, and you can see how that the market has broken through, and it's already testing. It's already showing you once, twice, 3, 4 monthly support levels before it broke up, and now it's come back down. Guess what's likely to be again? It's probably likely to be support. But as you can see, guys, if you look at the flow of this market and you look at what's actually going on through here, you can actually see what is really going on. Let's bring up this one here. Let's go to red, and we go down, bam. So you can see there's a sell-off, right? And let's go there, and we go through there, and then we go through there, and then we go through there, and then we go through there, and basically, let's just do that through there. Let's just make that simple, all right? Let's just make it real simple. And now we're going through there, and now we're pulling back through here. Now we're at that level right now. So, guys, if you look at this here, can you see how this whole tune is changing? Again, guys, please don't take my word for it. Okay, do not take my word for it. Go back and look at your charts. Look at stock charts and look at major bottoming patterns. And if you go back to the monthly chart and you see that when it starts to make this major higher peak, and then it starts to form this major higher trough, and we really start to break this higher peak, which is the 1400 level, we know there's a big bull trend that's just started. Or at least there's a lot more buyers through there. Can you see that? Right, so you can see how this is low peak, major high peak, come back down. We're not going to form a higher trough. We form a higher trough, and especially if we form a higher trough through here, and now, and guys, so for example, this is the monthly chart. So this is October right now. But guys, if we hold through here and we rally back up, and this here now is what? This now is a trough. What is this? What is this also looking like as well too? It's a higher trough, right? So we got this here as a trough, but now we have this shoulder, head, shoulder formation with a major higher peak, which is very bullish at a major area of support now, which is a monthly chart. Guys, tell me what is long-term bearish about this chart, because that's all we got the trade-off, right? Forget the fundamentals for a while. Throw the fundamentals, who cares, right? Because we know things can be manipulated. But the charts, the only truth in the market right now is the charts and the charts itself. So for you guys out there that say, no, again guys, and this is the ability that I've studied my ass off. And as you can see in this video, I'm still learning to this day. I'm still learning. Every single day you got to learn. So you move forward, bang, 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 bing, bing, bong, bong, move forward, right? And as I said before, I did my don't buy Bitcoin up here chart because I know how to read a chart. And I know when something's bubbling just a bit too much. It's like, hey, get away from this thing, right? Now, I didn't know that was going to be the top. I just said don't buy it here because, there's a good chance it could roll over. And I was just very fortunate. I did the video at the top, right? And now I'm talking about silver and gold in this long-term view. And then someone did a comment on my other video saying, you're a faggot, Johnny. You don't know what you're talking about. You're treating it like a stock chart, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, eat a dick and die, bitch. Because seriously, if you really know how to read these charts, then that's what it's about. Now, again, guys, this is not about me being right or wrong because I don't know what's going to happen. That's called trading. This is the long-term view, and the long-term view right now, guys, is telling me that we should hold here over the next month or two and rally, and then 2017 we should see some big moves coming in 2017. That's what I'm saying, and that's what I'm seeing in silver and gold. Now, guys, how you trade that is up to you, right? Because I could be in a trade, and that's the reason. That's what I'm saying, guys, is that I get trades wrong all the time. But as you saw before, right, is that, if you go watch my market update video, I talk about having those small stops and big profit targets, right? Small stops, big profit targets. And that's basically what I'm all about, is having that. So guys, reading the charts, the only truth out there is the chart itself. Not moving average indicators and so on and so forth. Yes, you can get a little bit more. You can get a little bit more into the CO, commitment of traders reports, and you can get into moving averages and all that sort of stuff, and which I do sometimes. But the better, as you can see right now, guys, right, as you can see, like when I talk about the peaks and troughs on the daily chart, right, I'm saying, okay, what was the differences here? We had that small little higher trough, but we had a deeper lower peak. Oh, there's a lot more sellers coming into this here than buyers, because we could see that. You know what I mean? So, and the charts are speaking to us. The charts are telling us a story, and it's the ability for me and for you guys to read that story and continue to mend and mold yourself as that story's going along, right? And it's up to us to pull ourselves out of the market and see the charts for what it really is, and read the chart for what it really is telling you. Because the only truth out there, the only truth that you can rely on as a trader is the charting analysis. And it doesn't mean you're going to get it right all the time, but that is the only truth you can rely on. You don't want to trade on what you hope. You don't want to trade on what trade what you see, not what you hope for. Because hoping is just a hope. You don't want to be hoping. You get in on a nice good pattern on the chart that you know that is fundamentally how it works. And again, if you think I'm full of shit about this higher peak, higher trough formation and these peaks and troughs, guys, that's all the market does. That's all the market does, and you've seen this time and time again. Don't believe me? Go pull up a chart. Go look at the Dow Jones 30, or go look at any chart. Bring up a monthly chart and look at the peaks and troughs, and you'll start to see where things changed. right? You'll just start to see, oh, well, actually, you know what? Let me actually do this here. Since we're on that whole peak and trough formation, let's actually bring up this gold chart. And let me squeeze this right up here. And let me show you this here. Let's go back to here. When did gold start its bull run? It's sort of bullish run. Now this is on the daily chart, right? And gold was telling you this is what's actually going on, right? You could actually see. So if I open up this chart here on gold, and you can actually see what happened here, guys. We had this peak, we had this lower peak, we had a trough, we had a high trough. There's a lot more sellers in control through there. It was a lot more deeper peak. Then came down. We formed this little high trough as well too. So the market actually held. We didn't actually break this lower trough like we did just recently. And guess what? It ran up. And what is this now? This is now a higher. Whoop, wrong one. This is now a what? A higher peak. And now look what happened. And when it broke that peak through there, guess what? Now we've now got higher trough, and higher trough. Who is more in control right now? Buyers. So you wouldn't want to be selling it right here, right? Especially if it's breaking past through there. And now, as you can see, as what's happened, that was the start of this bull run we've seen ever since, and the market's been doing what it's been doing. Do you see what I'm saying there? So even on the daily chart, and you can see what I'm saying with the peaks and troughs. And sometimes, guys, when you're reading the charts can be ugly. Sometimes it can be all over the place. It can be so messy, and that's sometimes the markets do that. And so that's the reason why you need to look at the weekly charts, and especially look at the monthly charts. Look at the bigger picture. Look at the bigger picture. Because, guys, you know, like, I remember doing an interview with a millionaire mentor, a millionaire trader. And all I say this, guys, is that one thing I've learned from my millionaire mentors, my millionaire traders, this is guys that make millions of dollars from the markets, is the better you can read the actual price action, the chart itself, the better you can actually understand, the better trader you'll be, but also the better you can actually understand what's happening fundamentally right at that time as well too. And what's happening within the minds of traders. Because it's a chart, right? So read the chart. And guess what, guys? Every day I'm learning to get better and better at reading these charts. And the thing is, as reading these charts, guys, the thing about reading these charts is it's all about being flexible. Because the chart could be bearish right now, and the market might be saying, but over the next couple of weeks, the chart might say, we're now bullish and we're going to go up. Do you know what I mean? Now, that's obviously that formation, and that'll actually change very quickly on a daily chart. And that's the reason why, guys, you see me always go to where? I always go to the weekly charts and the monthly charts, because that gives me my longer term picture, because that long term picture doesn't change from day to day or week to week. It takes months to change that. It takes a long time to change that overall view. And as you can see, guys, you can see what I'm saying here. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like this video, share it out to as many people as possible. And as I said before, guys, the better you can read the chart, the better trader you be. And that's the reason why you can see I'm even teaching you some lessons I'm learning, even in the recent environment, so I can get better at reading the charts. Because I know the better I read these charts, the more money I'm going to make, the better trader I'll be as I continue to get better and better at trading the markets. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course. And I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.